welcome you on the next session of estimation of the steel roof truss. And so in the previous session we have question we have studied. So in the next session we'll start calculating the total quantity of the steel truss. Now this is the first item we have to calculate. So item number 1 is weight of steel in kgs. So as I told you earlier, you have to take a printout of the page where I have mentioned marked with the numbers of each items of the means each component of the roof truss we have marked with some red numbers, red color numbers. So here whatever calculations are there, if you refer to their respective number, then the quantity how we are calculating will be very clear to you people. So first one is steel work. So in that principal rafter, so we have marked in as a number 1. So the section is 2 into 75 into 50 into 8 mm. So two numbers, okay. So its length is mentioned there as 7.6 and 7.6 into its length and weight per meter for that respective section if you want, or in any section, steel section, you have to refer steel table. So there per meter weight is given for different sections, and if you multiply with length, we will get total weight of that rafter. So we have now we got per meter weight as 7.4 kg. So if you multiply with the total quantity, as means total length as 30.4 meter, we will get total weight of principal rafter as 224.96 kg. Now come to struts. Number respective number is 2. So two sides. So as it is a symmetric, we will calculate, just will increase the, we will multiply with 2. So we will get total quantity of the in single truss. So strut, so two numbers means either side. So 75 into 50 into 10 mm angle. Its length is 1.2 meter. Then total length as 2.4 meter. So from again steel table, if you refer weight as 9 kg per meter. So total weight 2.4 into 9 as 21.6. So we'll list out the weights now. Now come to third one, again strut. Here section is 65 into 45 into 8. So these are the angle sections. Total 4 number, 2 numbers either side, and length mentioned as 0.55. So if you go and refer number 3 in the drawing, then you will get the length 0.55 and total quantity means total length. So 0.55 into 4 means 2.2 meter, and its weight per meter as 6.4 kg per meter, and 6.4 into 2.2, we will get total quantity in terms of weight as 14.08. Next come to the central suspender, number as 4. So section given as 50 into 50 into 6 mm angle section, and only it is at the mid portion, so only one number is there. So its length is mentioned as 2.6 meter. So total quantity now becomes 2.6 into 1, 2.6 itself, and its weight per meter as 4.5 kg per meter. So total quantity in terms of weight as 11.7, means 2.6 into 4.5. We get 11.7 of a total weight of a central suspender. Next, come to cleat for purlins. So cleat means cleats act as a fixity for purlins and principal rafter. So principal purlins are fixed to the principal rafter by means of cleat angles. Okay. So here section given as 75 into 75 into 8 mm. If you see from the sketch, you will find 6 numbers either side, means 2 sides, 2 slopes. If you calculate, you will get 12 numbers total, and length of the cleat as 0.11 meter. So total length now becomes 1.32 meter. These are the small pieces which are fixed to the principal rafter. So 0.11 meter means if you add total length of the principal rafter, you will get 0.1, means cross sectional length. If you calculate, you will get 0.11 meter. So total 1.32, and weight per meter is 8.9. So total weight now 8.9 into 1.32, will get as 11.75 of weight for total 12 cleat angles. Next, cleats at base. So here if you 6 number, so base means a support section. Again we need cleat angles for fixity. Here back to back means 2 sides, means again 2, means total 4 numbers, means here number mentioned as 2 into 2. So each side 2 numbers, 2 sides, means at 2 supports, and each side we require 2, means 2 into 2, 4 numbers total, and its length as 0.3 meter. So 0.3 into 4 means we will get total length of 1.2 meter, and from the steel table per meter weight for this section means 75 into 75 into 10 is 11 kg. So total weight is 11 into 1.2 means 13.2 kg weight. Next, ties means number 7, ties main central. So here 2 into 50 into 8 mm. So it is just like a rectangle tie. So 2 sides. So 2, its length given as 4.8 meter. So 2 sides means 4.8 into 2, 9.6. So its weight is 3.1 kg per meter, and now total weight as 3.1 into 9.6, 29.75. Next, 8 number, again ties main side. So 2 into 80 means each side 2 ties. So length is same. So each side 2 means 2 into 2. Total numbers are 4, and length is mentioned as 3.4. So total 3.4 into 4 means 13.6, and weight per meter is 3.8 kg. So if you multiply with 13.6, you will get 51.68 total weight of ties for main side. Then again number 9, ties inclined, and its section, cross section is 50 into 8. It's just like a strips, and total numbers are 4, means 2 in either side. One side 2 means 2 side means total number 4, and its length mentioned as 1.5. So 1.5 into 4 is total length as 6 meter, and weight per meter 3.1 kg per meter. So 3.1 into 6 is 18.6. Then last, ties inclined, and sections are 50 into 8. So each side one section, means two side means a total two section, and length mentioned as 3.3. so 3.3 into 2 means 6.6, and weight again it is same, 3.1 kg. So 3.1 into 6.1 will get 20.46 kg of weight. So these are the members. Next left is gusset plates. So gusset plate, if you refer the drawings, size is mentioned there. Okay, so length into breadth is given, and all the thickness, same gusset plate has a same uniform thickness of 8 mm. So if you change the thickness, it's very difficult to weld the members, because to maintain uniformity we need same thickness, but size you can change. Here different size will be given. So here size given as a rectangle, we have to calculate total, but if you see in the sketch, gusset plates are not rectangle or square, so that will be wastage in cutting, and we can reduce the weight of the truss also. Okay, but we have to calculate the total rectangle only as quantity. Okay, so gusset plates again we have mentioned as number 11, and different size will be mentioned. Okay, so at apex one gusset plate of size 0.75 into 0.45, and at base 2 means either side 0.7 into 0.45, and at head of this strut again 2, 0.75 into 0.25, at head of this strut 4, 0.25 into 0.2, and at the bottom of this strut 2 numbers 0.35 into 0.25, and at the bottom of this strut again 2 numbers 0.45 into 0.32, and at inclined tie 2 numbers 0.32, and at the bottom of this suspender only one 0.25 into 0.2. So if you just observe the column of the numbers, at apex and at bottom of the suspender only one means it is exactly at center line of the truss. So at base means two sides, two base supports are there, so 2 numbers, head also 2, and at head of this strut 4 means 2 either side, and at bottom of this strut means either side, each one side, like that all quantities calculated in terms of square meters. So total quantity, total square meter as 2.216 square meter, and each meter square meter 62.8 kg for 8 mm thick plate. If you multiply with total area of the coverage gusset plate, we will get 139.16 kg of gusset plate. Next base plate 12 mm thick. So 2 numbers are there, its length 0.3 into breadth 0.3, and quantity 0.18 square meter, and weight for 12 mm thick base plate is 94.2 per square meter. So total quantity now 0.18 into 94.2 means 16.96. So these are the total weight. Now if you add, we will get a total weight of the steel truss including members, gusset plates. So now we added all the values. So 224 plus 21.6 plus 14.08 plus 11.7 plus 11.75 plus 11.32 plus 29.76 plus 51.68 plus 18.6 plus 20.46 plus 139.16 plus, and last plus 16.96. So we get total 573.91 kg of weight. Now again we are for fixing we are using rivets and cleats. So that weight just will calculate some percentage of a total weight. So there are 4 numbers. So 5% of a total weight will consider as a weight of the rivets. So 5% of a total weight we have calculated as 573.91. So 4 numbers means 4 into 5% means 5 kg will come nearly. So 5 into 4 means rivet 5% means for total means 28.69 kg, and for fixing the truss with support column we need 4 rack bolts to each side. So 4 numbers. So each rack bolt carries 5 kg of weight. So 4 numbers means 5 into 4 20. So 28.69 and 20 kg. So again we will add it to our total weight. 573.91 plus 28.69 of rivets and cleats plus 20 kg of bolts. So we got 622.6 kg of total weight for each truss. So if you see in the drawing, we are using 5 trusses. So for 5 trusses, total weight as 5 into 622.6 means total 3113.0 kg of weight. So these are the trusses. So again at the ends we have gable walls. So to fix the truss at the gable walls, again we have to use some angles there. So number 13, rafter at the use of the end gable walls means 4 corners, at 4 corners partly embedded. So angle section we are using 75 into 50 into 8 and length 1.5 meter. So corners we are using this angle section. So 4 numbers means length is 1.5. So total quantity is 6. So weight 7.4 kg per number. So total 44.4 and purlins 125 into 75 into 8 mm. Number angles 15 centimeter bearing at the end wall. So we are means we are providing bearing of 15 centimeter. So purlins has to be embedded in the gable wall. So total 12 numbers. So total length 21 meter is the length, means 15 centimeter bearing means we get 30 centimeter. 15 centimeter either side means 30 centimeter. So total length becomes 21.3. Total purlins are 12 and quantity 255.6. So weight per meter is 12.1 kg. So total 3092.76 kg of purlins are used. And next one is wind ties. We have to use, those are 2 numbers. So each has a 21.3 meter both side. So total becomes length becomes 42.60 and weight is 1.5 kg per meter. So total we got 63.9 kg of weight. So if we add all the weights for item number 1, we get 6314.06 kg of total weight of the steel. So that becomes again 6.3 quintal of weight. Now come to second item, that is painting 2 coats over 1 coat of priming in steel work in square meter. So painting also 1 coat. First priming has to be done and 2 coat of painting. So with this we can life of the truss can be increased. So we can protect against corrosion by providing 1 coat of primer and 2 coat of paint. So here we have to find the surface area of the each sections. So all the sections earlier we have numbers are same, just we have to calculate the total perimeter of each section. So sections are again given in steel table. So just perimeter and length if you multiply, we will get total surface area in terms of square meter. For example, we start with one painting 2 coats over 1 coat of priming in steel work. So principal rafter we are using 75 into 50 into 8 mm angle. Now perimeter we can find two numbers, means two sides, 75 plus 50. We should not add 8 mm thickness, because one we are increased 2 times, means that thickness also included in this one. Okay, if you want full detail, maximum detail, you can see the cross section of the angle section. So perimeter means just 2 into 75 plus 50, so we got 250 mm. So two numbers, okay, two sides means 2 into 2, 4, and total length is 7.6 meter, and its perimeter is 0.24, 0.25. So we got a total area, surface area of 7.6 meter. Next strut, again we have to calculate in a same fashion, perimeter 2 times 75 plus 50 same, and here struts are 2 in number, length is same 1.2 and 0.25 is the surface area. So total quantity is 0.6, and again strut 65 into 45 means 4 numbers, we got a surface area of 0.48. Like that we have to calculate for central suspender as 0.52, cleats for purlins, total surface area is 0.4, cleat at base 0.36, then ties main central. So these are rectangle, so 50 plus 8 into 2, 0.116 mm, so 0.116. so two numbers, 4.8 meter is the length, and its breadth is means total length is 0.116. so if you multiply, we will get total surface area of 1.11 square meter. Like ties 2.34, and ties inclined 0.7. so here same thing, we are calculating the perimeter and multiplying with its length and total numbers. Again same, ties inclined quantity as 0.77. Next come to gusset plate, which are 8 mm. so we know the surface area now. So two sides 0.75 into 0.45 at apex, number 2 means both sides we have to paint, so number 2 we have taken. So area into numbers means we got quantity as 0.68. so at base we got 1.26, and at head 0.75. like that we have calculated all the surface area of the members. So if we add it, we got total painting of one truss as 19.68 square meter, and painting of 5 truss is 98.4 square meter. Then purlins, again we have to calculate the perimeter of the purlin. So for section 125 into 75 into 8 mm, we get perimeter of 0.4, and its length is 21.3, and total 12 numbers of purlins are there. So quantity of painting is 102.24 square meter. Then we have two wind ties of 21.3 meter, so we got quantity of 3.24 meter. So total painting we got 203.88 square meter. Now this is the total painting, second item. Now come to third item. It's very simple, that is galvanized corrugated iron GI sheet. So here all fittings, hooks, bolts, washer, etc. are included here. So here just we have to find the total area of the roofing. So two numbers means two slopes are there, two numbers, and its length, outward length is 21.3 meter, and its breadth is 7.8 meter. So we got a quantity of 332.28 meter of area, means 332.28 square meter. So here this item includes all its fittings. So last item is GI ridging. So that is very simple. GI ridging only one numbers, means edge only one. So we got a 21.3 meter running feet, running meter. So total quantity is 21.3 meter. So this is the fourth item. Now we have to prepare the abstract at the end. So here all the four items are included, like steel work. We have calculated total quantity of 6.31406 of quintal of weight. Then rate we have not mentioned, so just rate whatever is the updated rate, if you multiply with it, we will get total amount of steel work. Then second item, painting 2 coats over 1 coat of priming in steel work in square meter. So we have calculated 203.88 square meter of total painting area. Again you have to multiply with its rate per square meter. Then galvanized corrugated iron GI roofing, we have calculated 332.28 of a square meter. Again we have to multiply with the latest rate. Then last GI ridging, so that we calculated as 21.3. So at the total amount is calculated for all the four items. Then we are adding 3% for contingencies, then 2% for work charge establishment. So with this grand total we are calculating. So that is the total estimate of the truss. So that estimate includes all these four items. So with this, hope you have followed this. With this, this is we will conclude the estimate of the roof truss. Okay, thank you very much.